Welcome to OSI Code. Comprehensive Networking Lecture. Detailed overview of networking concepts. What is needed to communicate? A common language for both ends to understand. A way to address who you want to communicate with. A connection for the content to reach the recipient. What is TCP/IP? A set of protocols that define how two or more devices communicate with each other. What is Ethernet? Ethernet is the most common type of local area network, LAN, used today. It connects computers in a small area like an office, campus, or home. What is a MAC address? A unique identification number for network devices. Used for sending and receiving packets. What is an IP address? A numerical label assigned to each device in a network for identification and communication. What is a subnet mask? A 32-bit number that divides an IP address into network and host portions. What is a private versus public IP address? Private IP, used within a local network, not accessible externally. Public IP, used for Internet communication, globally unique. OSI Model Overview. Application, User Interaction, HTTP, FTP. Presentation, Data Translation, Encryption. Session, Manages Connections. Transport, Reliable Delivery, TCP, UDP. Network, Routing, IP. Data Link, MAC Addressing. Physical, Transmission of raw bits. What are unicast, broadcast, and multicast? Unicast, one-to-one communication. Broadcast, one-to-all communication. Multicast, one-to-many communication. What is CSMA/CD? Carrier Sense Multiple Access/Collision Detection prevents data collisions in Ethernet networks. Collision versus broadcast domains. Collision domain, network segment where collisions occur. Broadcast domain, network segment where devices receive broadcast messages. Router versus switch versus hub. Router connects networks, directs traffic. Switch connects devices, forwards data efficiently. Hub broadcasts data to all connected devices. What is NAT? Network Address Translation allows multiple devices to share a single public IP address. What is a proxy? An intermediary server that routes client requests to the Internet for security and anonymity. TCP three-way handshake. 1. SYN client to server. 2. SYN ACK server to client. 3. ACK client to server. SSL handshake process. Client hello initiates connection. Server hello responds with encryption details. Server certificate, authentication. Key exchange, establish secure session. TCP versus UDP. TCP, reliable, connection-oriented, ordered. UDP, unreliable, connectionless, faster. What is ARP? Address Resolution Protocol maps IP addresses to MAC addresses on a network. What is DHCP? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol automatically assigns IP addresses to devices. What is VLAN? Virtual Local Area Network groups devices logically regardless of physical location. IPv4 versus IPv6. IPv4 32-bit, limited addresses. IPv6 128-bit, more addresses, better security. What is MTU? Maximum Transmission Unit defines the largest packet size that can be sent. What is ICMP? Internet Control Message Protocol is used for network diagnostics, for example, ping. What is OSPF? Open Shortest Path First is a dynamic routing protocol for IP networks. Network Performance Factors. Bandwidth, maximum data capacity. Latency, delay in transmission. Throughput, actual data transferred. Spine and leaf architecture. Spine switches, core layer, connects to all leaf switches. Leaf switches, connects end devices like servers. What is the default gateway? A router or access point that connects a local network to external networks. What is TTL? Time to live determines how long a packet stays in the network before being discarded. What is APIPA? Automatic Private IP Addressing assigns an IP when DHCP fails. Control, data, and management planes. Control plane decides how traffic is routed. Data plane forwards the actual packets. Management plane monitors and manages network devices. What is link aggregation? Combining multiple network links for increased bandwidth and redundancy. What is asymmetric routing? Data takes different paths in and out of a network. It is managed using proper routing policies. GRE and VXLAN tunnels. GRE, generic routing encapsulation for VPNs. VXLAN, virtual extensible LAN for network virtualization. What is network congestion? Occurs when too much data is transmitted, causing delays and packet loss. Application layer protocols. HTTP, SMTP, FTP, DNS, DHCP, SNMP. Network Layer Protocols. IP/ICMP. What is HSDS? HTTP Strict Transport Security enforces HTTPS for secure browsing. What is an ISP? An Internet Service Provider offers Internet access to users and organizations. Application Layer Protocols examples. HTTP, used for web pages on the Internet. SMTP, email transmission. Telnet, terminal emulation for remote access. FTP, facilitates file transfers. DNS, domain name translation. DHCP, allocates IP addresses, subnet masks, and gateways. SNMP, gathers data on network devices. Conclusion. Networking is the backbone of modern communication and technology. Understanding network protocols and architecture helps in troubleshooting and optimization. Concepts like TCP/IP, OSI Model, NAT, VLAN, and subnetting are fundamental for network design.